Hey YouTube, Colorado Hunter Hiker here, coming to you with this week's small gear and tips video for hunting, hiking, and backpacking. As you know, on Fridays I put up a video on small gear and tips for hunting, hiking, and backpacking, and on Mondays I do the same thing for essential gear and tips for hunting, hiking, and backpacking. So this week's tip is on cooking or cook sets. You're not going to spend much time in the backcountry without using one of these, either to boil water if that's your means of filtration, or melting snow, or as most of us do, making coffee and rehydrating some either freeze-dried mountain houses, or better yet, frankly for your stomach, some Heather's Choice. If you haven't checked her out, go ahead and check her out. Great food, tasty, good food there. Good option for backcountry food. But today we're talking about cook kits, and here's mine. It fits with some other things in this bag. It's a Kafara pullout, great company, great bag. I use the larger sizes for food bags, and this is my cook kit bag. So before we get inside that bag, we're going to talk about the GSI Whole Light Minimalist, and this is 27 bucks, right around maybe 28 bucks on Amazon. I'll put a link in the bottom. I've used this for years and years. As you can see, it's not clean on the outside because I've used it. I use it quite a bit. Boil water in it. My one complaint about it was actually something that I fixed, was that it's not marked. So you usually have to carry a Nalgene to measure out your water, know kind of how much water you're putting back in your meal to rehydrate it, or to add water to it, or to make your coffee. All I did was take a permanent marker and just measure using a measuring cup and dumping it in there and marking a line for the 4, 8, 6, 12 cups. It's a 0.6 liter cup, so fits quite a bit of water in there, so I can actually make enough for a big mountain house or a big Heather's Choice meal and a cup of coffee, and not need 2 pots. Inside the small gas stoves or gas cylinders that hold 110, something like that, 110 grams of isopro, and my stove fit on the inside. Right now I'm using a Snow Peak Gigawatt with the bezel. So that's the stove. It sits inside, it folds up, and it folds pretty well. The stove is awesome. It's light. I haven't ever had any problems with it. It has a bezel on it, so self-lighting. I never have my lighter on me, so well, I mean, it's in my ditty bag, but I would have to go digging for one, so it's kind of nice not to have to dig for that. I've used that quite a bit. I really like the Whole Light Minimalist. They make some really light stuff out there, but check it out. I'll put links in the description to all the other stuff that I'm thinking about trying, and I'll let you know how that comes. Up at the top, you've got the spork from Sea to Summit and the long spork. If you eat mountain houses, do yourself a favor, get the long spork. Then you don't burn your hand and get your hand all gross on the inside of the bag. Even the largest mountain houses, or the largest Heather's Choice bags, you can get to the bottom of the corner, which usually you want that, with your long spork there. Next to it is this, it's a GSI salt and pepper shaker. It's got, as you can see on the inside, salt on one side, pepper on the other. Works really well. They're really light. It's easy. Perfect for grouse or back straps or whatever you're seasoning in the backcountry. They make a stack. They make a single one like that, or they make a stack of 3 called the GSI Spice Missile. And it's 3 of those. So if you're more of a chef than I am, you may want that. That's like $9.95, maybe 10 bucks on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. That's it for essentially the basics of what I carry that most other people carry, but most of you like to watch this channel to see what else I carry aside from what most people carry. The rest of that stuff's in here. So inside this, which again houses the whole kit, is a handkerchief, orange one. If handkerchief just for wiping things out, keeps things a lot cleaner. Yeah, this is pretty gross by the end of the trip, but it's nice just to wipe it out, especially if you drink coffee out of that and then you're going to boil water. Sometimes once you're done with coffee, then you have to boil water again to clean it out, and it's kind of a pain, so it's nice just to be able to wipe it out with that. Toss it in the bag. In here, I always have aluminum foil, wrapping fish, making a windscreen around the stove to make sure that the wind's not putting it out, things like that. Signaling, all kinds of stupid little things that foil's good for. It doesn't weigh anything, folds them up. If you never need it, great, but if you need it and you have it, it's a lot better. So this is simply a old school Boy Scout. I'm pretty sure this is my dad's, actually. It's just a frying pan. It's been in more fires than you can imagine, but you can put quite a bit of meat in here for fresh camp meat, and it's probably not the lightest thing in the world, but it gets the job done. So I always have it. Like I said, worst case is you got it, you don't need it, but I have it with me, so I like carrying that. This is kind of the last thing, and this is a outdoor product, which is code for Walmart. And it comes with a little red spoon that slides in this spot, or a spork, red spork. So if you're just getting started and you just want to get something like that, check this out. It's $8.60 on Amazon right now. I'm sure it's cheaper at Walmart in person, but I'll put a link to it. You can cut it, it's meat here, so it's kind of your knife that you don't need to use your metal knife with. It's pretty sharp. It's not going to cut you unless you push on it, but it's pretty sharp to cut through meat. And then it's a spatula, so it's pretty thin, flexible, but it works really well for flipping grouse and fish and things like that in that little pot. I don't carry the self-storing red spoon spork combination that comes with it because I like the Sea Summit one, but if you're just starting out, $9, you got a spatula, a knife, and a spork, spoon and a fork together. It's a pretty good deal, so put that in there. That's what I carry for my cook kit, and like I said, that could be a pretty essential tool if you're going to spend any extended period of time out in the backcountry. I will be doing a separate video. I've kind of done that on my cook kit generally earlier, but for the purposes of this series, I'm going to just kind of end here, but I will do a further review on the GSI Minimalist. I get questions on that all the time, and kind of what I like about it, what I don't like about it, but that pretty much sums it up. So stay tuned for that, and as always, if you got questions, go ahead and put them in the comments section. But that's it for me. Be sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram under the handle Colorado Hunter Hiker. Hit subscribe if you like the video down there somewhere. And let me know if you have any questions, and I'll get back with you. Thanks, guys and gals. Have a great day.